All right, you ready to start this shit? It's your boy, Ego E.
It's your man, motherfucking CK all day.
And I'm squared.
And this
Is Waterloo. Oh, yeah, that chirping in this mother sucker.
Damn.
He's never going to.
We got to back up with the scream because that chirpity chirp. That's just like, keep.
We got to update the gear, that's all.
Update the gear. You need one of them big ass.
Like, what if we had Pitbull on here?
Just give him his own room.
It never worked.
Mr. 305.
Mr. 305. He'd be yelling the whole time.
Oh, shit. So, I don't know. We took a while from a few episodes, but life is life. You know how this shit go.
Yeah.
We all good now. Shit.
Oh, what has it been, like 3 weeks? Maybe other shit did happen.
Yeah, right? It's been a while. I just don't remember any. I could go back on my phone for a while, but whatever. What's recently happening? What do we got to list?
We have to do them in that order.
Fine.
he's got to do his little transition.
How we put in
into
on
the
this? Yeah, so personally, I don't really care about this that much. It is what it is. But in all fairness, sport-wise,
It's kind of important.
makes sense
To be fair.
to do this. Or
be
does
fair.
it? Or it does. So, women's athletics banning trans people or gendered or a man being a female, whatever that's called. You can't do women's sports. You got to stay in the men's division because y'all just be outperforming the fuck out of everybody in the women's division, and the women are mad. So I'm pretty sure women didn't lose their rights overnight somehow. So if they're mad, they're fucking mad, then we should do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Some should definitely
Something should definitely be happening here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I really don't have no.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
Like,
they
you
just
know what I'm
have-
saying?
Well, here, they have to update rules because things are changing in society and how things
I
are.
would say
how things
this.
are.
However y'all want to do it, there should be a league to make that do it.
Oh, yeah.
So
I guess that's
I do agree
not
on
bad.
that sense. Like
Like
yo,
a special league.
true. Yeah, like,
that
okay,
everybody's-
if you identify in
Yeah,
this
if
way-
everybody is comfortable with this situation,
Yeah.
everybody's down. Everybody thinks it doesn't matter. Let's go.
So you're saying it
wanna
might be a good
challenge
idea to have like
everybody.
a male, a female, and then like a transgender one
Just
too?
a whatever.
That's
league.
not a bad idea. I think
wanna
that's
call it whatever.
I
But
think that's
maybe
fair.
not like just for them. Like just a
But
league
just-
where anybody.
But I do think like
like
listen,
even
like,
if you're juicing.
like right now,
Anybody could compete. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm a fucking all-America. No juice. I'm like a Hercules nigga. And you like, I think I could beat anybody, even if they juiced, even if they're a different gender. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And
Beast.
you would go
Yeah.
into that division maybe, but who the fuck? I don't know. Who the fuck would fund that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
Well, I don't.
Niggas be
You could probably
juicing,
make
man.
money with that. I mean, if you're promoting that all the time, like why wouldn't you just be like, hey, they can have their own league now?
well, that's what they got to figure out. But I do agree, like on that sort of rule, like like if you're like top 10 in the dudes, like let's say whatever. If you're-
Shaolin
Nah,
monk?
fuck that. If you top like 50 for the dudes,
Mm.
you probably be top 10 in the women's.
Yeah. Well, I think he was like that.
And you hopscotching, then it's not fair.
That person was only like 17th, I think, in the men.
But listen,
Worse.
And they
Think
but
about
if
it.
everybody in that league that he jumps into and if everybody says, okay, I'm in, then I think that's cool. Like,
But they're
go
not
down.
saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's the
it's
thing.
Yeah, they're like, nah, this
To
ain't
the
cool.
to the cats that are like, no,
This ain't cool.
I also understand exactly what they're talking
Yo,
about.
similar to this, there was a females. What is it? Sorority? That's a female club or whatever the fuck that shit is.
Sorority, yeah.
And what's the dude's one called?
Fraternity.
Fraternity. Okay, so a sorority. So I don't have to say female sorority. It's the same shit. It's like a baby mouse or
You
whatever.
hit it.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so in I don't know where exactly it was, but whatever. But anyways, bunch of women in here, bunch of sorority people in here, and one of them is transgender, and they don't feel comfortable because the motherfucker does weird shit, like just be sitting outside the shower and dick be hard. It's kind of weird to be in a sorority saying you a woman and dick be hard and shit, but they don't feel comfortable, so they was like, can somebody please do something about this shit? And they said, no, if you don't like that shit, quit. Back to my other point.
Damn.
When did women lose rights? The fuck what's going on here? They lost the rights overnight or some shit? I thought when they say some shit should change.
It's wild, dude.
Why we passing it off so easy? Like, motherfuckers got something.
Bunch of old dudes up there that can control.
Well, no,
some
I
shit.
mean, you're kind of right. That's why this situation, we were like, yeah, whatever. The world wants to have it a certain way. They were like, okay, women, we're not taking it out of you, but this is what the world is saying.
Do they really have a say, or is that fucking?
They definitely have a say.
That's what I'm saying. So
hell yeah,
this should be a example.
and we're doing okay over here, but we're going back on stuff. Even that Roe v. versus Wade, all that shit, like that shit is wild.
We're moving all over the place,
Get the fuck
but
outta
like
here.
the sports women thing is already kind of changing shit. But like to say like, yo, this is an all women's bathroom or some shit. I don't really give a fuck about the bathroom thing either, because it's like you're in there for like 5 minutes tops, unless you're doing.
I don't know. Bad shit can happen. I definitely wouldn't count.
Who really cares who else is in there?
I wouldn't count. I wouldn't count that idea as like bad things are never going to happen to them. But I think that kind of prevents it a little more.
Listen, if y'all want to compete in fairness, then be fair about it.
Just make sure everybody's down.
If everybody's on the same page, but if everybody's not on the same page, that shit gotta be respected.
There should be a way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to redefine the rules. We need to redefine the rules because of this. That's what needs to
I don't
happen.
really see this a problem outside of fucking sports, anyways.
I mean,
you know
real
what I'm saying?
talk.
Like,
Real talk. It's like if you really, really are good,
you beat that.
Oh,
You beat anybody.
Well, I get what you're saying.
You beat anybody.
I don't know.
beat them.
Let's see. Let's say they don't take this rule off, and this has been happening for 5 years now. This motherfucker's been killing it. All of a sudden, somebody.
But we all know that it's a dude.
Some Wonder Woman ass lady.
Male genitalia. In a
is gonna like somehow get so good she beats that motherfucker, and that's gonna be like a movie or some shit. And then boom. I don't know. You still just removing it is kind of because you're removing the possibility that maybe having someone stronger in your field would make everybody stronger. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how shit goes. But this kind of seems unfair when motherfuckers been having their whole life to beat their own record, and this motherfucker is crushing that record by.
If you're good, you're good, man. If you're
good, I think that's
you're good.
That's why at the Olympics, they're like mate with each other. Like
guys
seriously,
do.
they're like go like you guys are the best in literally the world at what you do. Like
breed superhumans, yo.
Bunch of chipmunks.
When you look at it that way,
Sperm probably like 10 million or something like that, bro.
And then just run off to the next one. Run off to the next one.
like in and out.
Up the tree, behind the dumpster.
How do you think, like, okay, sporting events in general, the amount of money that they can use, how do you feel about where that money comes from and how it's allocated? Like where do you, like, if you want to have a hockey league and you want to pay these people, what would you base that on?
Am I getting this money like for free? Like it's not my money. I'm getting endorsed.
What I'm saying is you want to be the owner.
The city
just
giving me money.
How are you
just listen to
making
how
profit
I'm
from
just
it, I guess?
the question is how do people get paid, men and women, in sports? It's like how do we figure out, as whoever the person is paying you, how do you figure out how to pay them? It would be based off of what that event generates for the most part.
How many
fans are you going to bring in? How many views are we going to get with this?
How many
Like
butts are in the seats?
if we get like
Seats got butts.
you know what yeah. But for the hockey league, so let's just say like you're bringing in full house night after night after night after night. So then your team, you're going to be like, yo,
We're
made
knocking motherfucker. Ha!
They're going to be like, yo, we did amazing. Here's $100,000. Okay?
Be like, I guess.
For
That's
what?
I'd say. I'd be like,
For the team? You think that's not like
I'd be like, didn't you see that show we just put on?
or 100 whatever.
And we
whatever, $100,000. It's just
And
it's
we're
one of
killing it,
your
man.
numbers that I know you understand based on 10. You're always like 100 or
Yeah.
you simple. So we're going to simplify it down to this, all right? So then let's just say you have a team. How many people are on a hockey team usually? 10?
With
For real, there's like a
everybody,
goalie and then there's
like two of everybody.
two of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So 10, 12? We'll go 12?
I'll say 15.
15? Okay.
You
So
got two-
15.
two
So everybody,
goalies.
coaches, everything. So this team,
there's more than that.
This team is 15. 15. We'll just start with that. So then you're going to figure out how much of this fucking money is going to go into this. So like this that's what you just made. That's what you as like an owner of the team, company, arena, whatever.
I would be like, if that's all I made, I'd be like, none of you get a penny.
But see,
we're reinvesting this.
This is how they do it, where they'll be like, this is how much. So they take it off of that. I'm not saying that there isn't some kind of bias. You know what I mean? I know you are. I'm just saying, this is crazy. I found out about this recently where, see, what happens with events, like if you look at how many views the men's soccer league gets, they'll get like, let's just say they get like $1 billion that they made. Okay, so they're killing it. They're doing really good. Yeah. And maybe the women's only, I'm not saying that it does. This is just an arbitrary number. Like maybe they only got like 200,000. So then you're still basing the money out of that to your players. So this is what happens where women.
I'd watch women's soccer.
I like it.
I'm way more than men's soccer.
Then you should watch it. That's what I mean. But that's kind of where the women get boned. That's where the women get.
Yeah, like volleyball. Fuck men's volleyball. It's probably cool and all that, but women's volleyball.
I wonder how much money.
I didn't even know.
Yo, look that up. Look that up.
Men's volleyball.
What is it?
An Olympics.
That's not even real. That can't be real. I mean,
that's not Olympics.
And that's not in it. Just the women's joints.
Olympics.
Yeah, them gymnastic shits. Yeah. The dude that be doing the flips. I don't give a fuck.
What about figure skating? You like
that shit is dope too,
like
son. That's actually fine.
That's one that I think men and female are equally good at. That's another thing I don't think there's a reason.
What?
The figure skating. I don't think they should separate the genders in figure skating.
Yeah, I was thinking like NASCAR too. I was like, some shit it really doesn't matter. But like if you're talking about physical aptitude, is a maximum for just having more testosterone in your fucking ball sack.
Do it.
Not even your ball sack, your thighs or whatever. But it just like increases your output. Your output is higher, and your body's it's shaped in a way to give out power.
But
you know
what if you're taking certain types of chemicals to chill those chemicals out?
To balance it out?
To bring it down.
Why? I don't know. But it does it naturally. Like, why do you need to bring it down?
Well, like if you're trying to transgender and stuff, you're trying to.
That's what they do.
You have to switch.
Oh yeah.
You have to switch that shit.
Whatever.
I wasn't even thinking of that.
I mean, look, you could, and that might make you worse. But if you notice that it makes you worse, you probably just stop and just say, "I identify as a woman. I identify as a woman now." Niggas like fucking Aquaman. I'm a woman now.
The conversation does get funny.
Oh my god.
Yo, and there's a real argument about that. Not the money.
His hair's long as shit though, so from the back he could look like a woman. You know what I mean?
It's so hard to take the conversation seriously once you start talking about that shit.
Oh man.
I mean, it's nuts, man.
Look, if there's money on the line, hey.
Dude, like
that's what it's.
Yo, if I was in the mafia,
about.
I'd be like, yo, how about this? I'm gonna turn you into a girl, bro.
Wow.
You're going to win the race.
Yo, idea for a blockbuster movie right there.
Uncle, no.
We're fixing this race.
Huh?
You just listen.
Let's just go back to boxing. No.
No.
It's still boxing. But you in the women's league.
You just gotta really win.
You in the women's league.
Yo, I think that
we'll make millions.
Shut up. I think the sports is that one example where you can really separate the transgenderism. Like when you see it in other things, it's harder. Like I think you should just accept people like that in society. But sports is that one of those things where I think you could see a fucking correlation between the difference in the genders. Like if you're like the best swimmer in the whole world for men's is this fast, and the best for females is the men is better. It's just in swimming in this example. You know what I mean? Maybe there's other things that they're different.
They both beat each other.
But like, what if you found like a Viking chick who's just big anyways?
Well, but her number.
She's not swimming, but
her
if
number
she put
and
her life into it.
No. Here's what I think about it.
She might have crushed it.
No, her number will be there in her league though.
I'm trying. A big Viking Russian
man.
bitch.
That doesn't make sense.
Why doesn't it make sense? So what you're saying is, what if there's a woman that is so good she wants to be in the men's league, right? That's kind of what you were saying. Yeah, why can't she could be in the women's league and still have fucking better times than the man?
True,
but could be a gold medalist.
But they had that same thing about.
The best?
But
yeah.
I think just the numbers should be talked about.
Who has the most of the best of whatever? You know what I mean? Like it's one thing if it's like because we'll just talk about running like that. Yeah, we'll talk about track. So like fast as fuck.
I know there's probably
like
a lot of females
nines.
that could beat me in endurance that all day.
Yo, but real talk, in the world, it's nines. They're running the 100-meter dash in nines. Like 9.8, 9.7 seconds. That is insane.
Well, how much is it?
100
meter dash.
It's like the
the
shortest
sprint
the
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
the
a straight
shortest
sprint.
distance
Yeah.
So
Damn.
it's
9
basically a
seconds.
football field.
Word?
in
Yeah.
9 seconds.
Damn.
9 seconds.
Damn.
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's crazy.
Here,
But what I'm saying
How fast can you do some
what
shit
I'm
like
saying,
that?
I could only do that 11 flat. That's the fastest I ever.
How
did.
you ever? I
I
want to.
can't.
Tens
I
are
don't think I
crazy.
can do
Nines
that.
are nuts. But I'm saying like Usain Bolt running nines. Chick beat Usain Bolt.
Well, then she should be the number one in
but
the world
nines
when it
is
comes
nuts.
to that.
But it's like, yo, like, why can't she compete over there? If she
Here's
want to?
that's
Go
what I'm
ahead.
saying with sports. Why it doesn't fucking matter. Because
Okay.
let's just say there's a woman who beats all the men's times. So what? If you're saying that both
Track's
of the
a little
genders are
different, though,
equal,
too, 'cause
like
your
the
time's your time.
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Doesn't
In the
even matter
100-yard
who you're
dash,
really
you could be
racing
like,
against.
okay, everybody gets to go at the
I
same
guess.
time, guys and girls. And then you're
Um,
like, here's the best in the world. Here's all your times. Like you're now 25th in the world instead of first because that's just where the woman lied on the 100-meter dash times. So what I'm saying is like it doesn't really fucking matter. Like if you want to look at them in their own special light, like oh this is the women's league, this is the men's league, that's cool. But at the end of the day, you could just take all their fucking numbers, throw them onto something, and then be like these are
Created
the
by
best
that,
in the world.
all around the
That's
world.
what I think it should be done by in most of these cases. Like.
It is technically.
But it's not. It is separate.
Separate.
So it to me it doesn't matter. So this guy went to the women's league 1 year.
and he
Think about it.
crushed.
Do you get what I'm saying? He killed it in the women's league. Okay, well in the world when you look at all of you combined, here's all the best times.
Especially when the best times, it doesn't even really matter because sometimes it's like in this race period. So whoever has the fastest time in this race is going to get first place.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's
Doesn't matter if it's guy or girl.
or whatever the record is.
What if
You
it's
don't
wrestling?
have to beat the record. You just have to win today.
What if it's wrestling?
What about it?
If it's a wrestling division, that's a men's wrestling division and a women's
You
wrestling.
mean like
division.
regular
Why
Greek
not?
wrestling or like WWE?
Why not?
It's like
wrestling?
I gotta. I don't know. Pin you? I don't really know. the
Whoever
point system.
whoever's down,
They're down. They're down.
I think that they should be able to do it.
But you think
And
it should
base it
also
on
be
their stats.
divided?
Hmm?
But should it also be divided?
There should be some sort of rules to the league just for safety.
I think like so in terms of fighting games, if there's ever like a character that comes out and this motherfucker's too damn good, they change the game. They rebalance it. They
That's
do an
what I'm saying they
emergency
should do.
fix. And
That's
they,
what I'm saying.
They just make him weaker, or you know what I'm saying. They take some of
Yeah.
his awesome shit away, or make everybody else stronger. Sometimes they do that. Yeah. Sometimes they just give everybody else a boost. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, we still gotta make this shit fun. Can't just be like lames in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So
Like
yeah,
award wise, you
a
could separate
rebalance
it.
to this shit. I don't know.
I think award wise, you can be like, here you get so you're 15th in the world, but you're the first place in women, so you get this award. So you get 15th place in like the world, and you get first place in yours. Like, so that's why it doesn't matter. Like, oh, I'm transgender. It's like, okay, transgender. Okay, so here's you're 13th in the world, and you're first in transgender. Boom, there you get one award. So you're like, boom, so you keep first, second, third.
guess,
You're still
yeah,
ranked,
yeah.
but it's ranking you just by your gender.
Plus,
That's
you-
why.
I think if people want to go for the everything award, like the best of the best of the best of the best, cool. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You can have it split up,
But be that barbarian woman that can do it.
but I feel like we're ushering into a time where that is gonna probably
Yeah.
blend into one big ass fucking.
I don't know, man.
I don't think
You know what I
chicks
mean?
are much worse at
Agreed.
like certain things, like you were just
Not
talking
really-
about.
I'm not really gonna get involved.
Yeah, I don't think
You
You
it's
don't have like an opinion about it at all.
Chilling.
like if
I mean,
you're-
I mean, like I said, like I had my opinion. Like, I do think like that shit to a certain degree is not fair.
No.
And the people that have a problem with it have a right to have a problem with it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, are you trying to be the best? Yo,
Are you
this
the best or you what?
This dude just put on a dress and you think he's gonna beat you, bro?
I think UFC's the worst example of that happening, where that guy just beat the living shit out of women for a while. That one girl's head was like fucking huge. I can't remember the fighters' names,
Yeah,
but I was like,
knocked out.
damn. I was like,
Yo,
I don't know if that's fair
You
either.
saw this dude yesterday at the hardware store. And now this morning, this dude shows up in a polka dot dress.
Does that make him a woman?
And now he's racing you today.
and he's smoking you.
Smokes.
And you
All right, I
eating
get
the
that. It would
dust.
listen. I get that you get pissed
I think
off
that'd
by it.
be-
That's why I say just
Yeah,
break
but
down
get
how
better,
it all works.
goddammit. Then
Yeah.
you just get better. That's how shit goes. I don't know. It's up to them if they want to.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said,
Something about it.
either way, I am not really involved.
I'm not in any sports that do that type of shit at all. And even if I whatever
come up
everything I
against
play, I don't care. I play a video game. I don't care if you're a dude, woman, trans. I don't give a fuck. I'm busting your ass in this game.
Video game.
No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really give a fuck.
Yo, I
What about
think
like a 3-legged race?
Got him.
Got him.
I'm winning everything.
Tie a little baby
What, you
to
want
your
to play
leg and just
dominoes?
sprint.
You want to play Uno? Want to play some poker? I'll take your money. What do you want? It don't matter what the game is.
Swimming.
I'm not a fast swimmer.
That's just you. We're talking about your gender, dumbass. No. You can drown for all we care.
I wouldn't take that personally up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not probably going to lose that one. You know what I'm saying?
To a couple girls, right?
Maybe I'm pretty fast, but not fast for a long time. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, man. Let's talk about Harambe, bro.
Damn.
Today's the anniversary.
Is it really his anniversary?
It's 7 years ago that we killed the humble giant.
They made a song
monkey,
about it, didn't
gorilla, Harambe.
I want to hear your opinion again on that. Chris was like, if it's my kid, I do this. If it's someone else's kid, this is what I would do. That's like
Makes
8
sense,
scenarios.
Like it. What happened? Like the monkey, the kid fell off the railing.
The chick, I don't think he. Yeah, she was trying to take some kind of a. So I remember it. The lady puts a kid up, like on the other side of the railing. So there's like a railing there, and you would assume nobody would ever want to go to the other side of this on this like balcony style thing, because that's just common sense. But she picks up the kid and is like holding him over the thing.
Oh, like Michael Jackson.
Something like that. And then whoop, banana peels. There you go.
Slipped off this shit, bro.
Kids in there. She goes crazy. Or
See,
whatever.
this is someone else's kid, so they're a fucking banana peel to him. That's how this works.
Banana
And
peel.
then I would never, my kid would never be in this situation ever. Maybe over the meerkat thing, but not over the
Hypothetically
gorilla.
speaking, though.
But yo,
I
so
don't
then
see that.
Harambe comes over and then like I guess he, like he's sort of acts like he's
Kind of like picks him up, I guess.
Yeah, kind of protecting him or whatever. But it's very scary. Like he could at any second like rip this dude's head off the shoulders. Boop. No problem.
But why would the monkey do that?
Why
I mean,
would
the
he? Who
gorilla.
knows? Who knows?
They're
but
smart.
that's very scary.
They're
It's
not
very
dumb.
Scary. Very.
Yeah, but they're an animal. They're definitely not like
And
reading books.
I
and-
know some people in jail right now who I wouldn't give a baby to, but they could probably hold it and then give it to someone without dying.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga just kind of like.
He might need to be trained to do that though. Like that might not be the instinct. That's what
I'm
the
just
animals
saying.
say.
If you know, do you know if you knew the Harambe was cool as fuck like that? Right?
Yeah.
His name is sound cool.
It does, but that doesn't mean shit.
Harambe with the accent over the
Do
one
you
vowel.
know Harambe like that? Are you coming
If
around?
I went to the
Yo,
zoo-
H, what up? You're not doing that.
Big H.
Yo, Big H.
Yo,
is
Big
crazy.
Rom.
He's got the banana shits.
HB.
Harambe. We're on Harambe
Harambe.
right now.
No,
I just
you
had to
never knew
catch
him like
back
that.
up to that.
You never knew him like that.
Nah,
So-
but still, I hear you.
And he grabbed. What if he had light?
Light would fight back and then die.
He's just holding. All he's gotta go is like this. That's it.
Oh, looking at me the whole time. How dare you bring this cat
Aren't you?
to the Bronx Zoo?
And
That's
Light's like,
wherever the
just
fuck
give
it
him
was
what
at.
he wants. And you're like, fuck you.
I don't like bananas.
I don't want to be a banana peel.
So I don't know. Man.
So,
Shoot
listen.
him. Shoot him. Yeah, shoot him.
He kind of, you gotta shoot him.
Yeah,
He
shoot
didn't do anything. It was a billion videos.
Nobody could predict
But
what
he
he's
like
gonna do.
he like dragged the kid across the water a little bit by his arm. You know what I'm saying? He's just like
He has
kinda-
a strong
like
arm
a
in him.
monkey, like a gorilla would drag his own baby. So it don't seem too different. It did seem like he rolled him and bowled him
It
or
was good, it was
anything,
good.
like throw him
that's
or
great.
you know what I'm saying? He grabbed him by his fucking head or anything. He just like grabbed him by his fucking arm right here.
I would just
Drug
check
his little ass because you know this kid dumb. He's like, what do I do? I'm a dumb. I fell in here. Get your ass over
I would
here.
just
you know
check.
what I'm
I would just check the schedule. See when was the last time this motherfucker
Harambe
ate.
was seen being good.
When is the
Well,
last
that
time
ain't-
he ate?
saying? He just took him to the easy bake oven.
All right, I think we're
Started
good.
frying his fingers and shit. Nah,
That's
he-
how it happened too. Like somebody probably was checking it. Like, all right, I think we're good for another hour or so. I think we're good. Could somebody radio? Oh, they already shot him. Oh.
That might have happened. You wouldn't know about it though. That zoo would
Damn,
hide
I
that from
didn't
you.
think they had to take him out though. That's my thing.
Damn.
Like, so if
And he's like,
So,
damn,
hold
this
on, hold on,
internet
hold on.
connection took too long to load.
let's say
Beat your child.
the monkey, the gorilla, let's just say gorilla, right?
Gorilla.
The gorilla never touched the kid when he fell in there. When he got in the shot.
How many kids?
I
First of all, how
think
many
that-
kids are falling in there with the
The
gorilla?
one, the one kid, the one. If he fell in there and the
Yeah,
monkey
just
just
one.
didn't move at all,
Yeah, if he just stayed away, I don't think they would have shot
the
him.
kid fell into the water.
He went up and he should have been like, I don't know what that is.
It was like a little creek.
But I'm not getting involved. He should have backed up. Like, I'm going to go.
There's
sit
white
over
people
here.
around, y'all.
I saw some bananas back there, man. I hear him calling my name.
yeah.
Y'all have fun with that. I'm being behind these bushes over here.
Me lunch in 10 minutes. Just don't
Yeah,
do nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what this
What if
giraffe
any
is.
other animal? What if like you fell into the giraffe pit and
What's
the
the giraffe doing, man?
and
Is
the
it
giraffe
trampoline?
just
I wouldn't
came
fuck with a giraffe.
down
Would you fuck with a giraffe?
and fucking licked your
I'd be
nose?
way more down for a giraffe than a gorilla.
A gorilla?
They're just scared. I think the fear is why they shot him, even though he didn't do anything.
It's like human life.
Come
Like I
on,
said-
son.
Like I said, there's no way that anybody could have predicted what he possibly.
Could have done or did
Or
or whatever.
didn't.
A
Yeah.
gorilla expert would have known. There's actually this cool documentary on Netflix, I
God,
think,
no.
about chimpanzees. You should probably watch this shit. These niggas they've never gotten so close to the species of them because they've only really shot them from afar and zooming in on shit. He's like, they got to a point where they can stand and walk with these niggas, and they'll let them do their thing, but certain things they have to stay away from. They found out chimpanzees hunt and kill monkeys, like for fun and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that
The
shit.
nigga was asking him, he's like, how many times have you seen it done? He was like, bro, we filmed that shit so many times we're like numb to it.
They just fight with each other?
Dude,
not even
they,
fight.
Yo, like
Destroy.
rag dolls, dude.
Destroy the
Bouncing
monkeys,
these
bro.
monkeys off the ground.
Like Attack on Titan, bro.
Pulling their
They just
arms
off.
destroying them, bro.
Yo,
Damn.
pulling their, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know that
It was
shit.
wild.
yeah.
It was wild. Yeah, it was a wild thing. But I was like,
They're
damn,
crazy.
y'all getting close. They were in the doc. This is a total tangent, but I don't give a fuck. In the documentary,
I'm just gonna
they
go
were
off
saying
right now.
like, how the fuck are y'all telling each other shit? There's like when they move in packs, there's like a dude who leads the pack. He's different from like the dude who leads the hunts. There's all these different motherfuckers, but they don't talk to each other. They don't do like, they don't do none of that shit. He thinks like they could just like look at shit and see what other niggas are looking at. And it leads like it's like how they communicate in a weird ass
Or
way.
no, how they come to like
Like
who
an
do I trust?
understanding.
Who's
It's
like
like
an enemy?
understanding. It's like a connection.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't know, but they would. That's one thing they were
Tight.
trying to figure out with the scientists, because the documentary guy was not the scientist, but every time he'd come up with a theory, the scientist would pull him up and pick his brain about it, and then try to see if the theories are right. They were saying like the monkey with the wide eyes, like humans got wide eyes around their iris or whatever the fuck this shit is called. Usually monkeys have brown ones. You're not supposed to see it. That's why they look. You can't really see what they're looking at. But some monkeys have white ones that look like ours, and they're like, find all the monkeys that look like this and see like if there's anything different about them. But there really wasn't. They didn't even find no correlation to that shit. But you can see how they're trying to find ways. How the fuck are y'all talking to each other, but you're not even talking to each other?
Trippy, dude.
It's the language of love.
Trippy.
It's that reason you need to be able to hear what animals are thinking to really fucking know what's going on.
All animals
They know
do it,
what's
right?
going on.
Like they cats don't
They're in their
meow
own
to
way.
each other and shit. They just know what the fuck needs to go down.
They really are.
But how?
How can we
Do they
predict
know
that?
how to talk into each other's minds or some shit? Or is it something with the eyes, like a language with your eyes? You know?
They just have a violent nature, I would think, right? Because like you can get a cat that's cool, and then you can get a cat that like will attack you for waking up too fast in the morning.
How
Is
dare
the
you.
language universal
How
though?
dare you?
It's like,
Is
Usually,
it?
Would the American cat understand what the, the African or the French or the
Shit,
Italian?
you
or
don't know, right? They say all rats know. This is another weird ass theory because I remember finding a bunch of experiments on what they do to the rats, because rat experiments are fucking insane.
you know, spending on them forever.
Forever. And chimpanzee experiments are also insane. Like we're seeing how
Yeah.
smart they really are. They could do puzzles way faster than us if them getting food. They do that shit so fucking fast. It's like, give me that fucking food. Give me that fucking food. But like, even when they challenge a human to do it, a human is not as hungry
Yeah.
for the food, so he really doesn't care about doing it as fast.
You gotta
but,
starve
you know
that
what I'm saying?
dude.
Yeah, you have to starve that motherfucker, and then he'll do that shit fast as fuck. But back to
I've been
the
here 3 weeks, man, and I can't beat this motherfucking chimpanzee. I'm so fucking hungry,
why did I
man.
sign up for this? It'd be like that one Craigslist ad. You need a job real bad, and it's like, yo, I'll give you a job. You
And
want
then,
to
like,
beat this
the,
monkey?
the
at
little windows,
snacks?
the little window slides up, little window slide open. Dude's like, 1 more week, bro, you're good. Shit, slide it back.
Monkey's like stacking the cups.
Ah!
God damn, he's getting better.
Yo, this parakeet whooped my ass in this chess game.
Oh my, the parakeet, bro. Yo, but
He won't
wait,
shut up.
that's hilarious. I think that's just interesting, like the test they do. As long as they're not like asshole tests where it's like you're really fucking with this thing or hurting it or something like that. I don't fuck with that shit.
Electroshock therapy.
The shit with these rats, They say the rats.
They're even better at
They
the food
communicate through
thing.
generations. They like a generation of rats know everything. They know everything, like a web of knowledge. So whatever a group of rats know, all the rats around this area kind of eventually know this shit for how the chain moves. Like they're gonna see each other. One of them's gonna see the other. It's just very strange how quickly they travel with their knowledge. They had this one thing where it's like a bunch of rats from one thing learned something, and the other rats didn't even know how to do it. The second they kind of swipe contact or whatever, these niggas knew exactly how to do what they didn't know before. It's fucking crazy.
I wonder if they're really
son.
good at copying.
That's cool but terrible.
Wild though. Like over distances, you could get like, how the fuck these niggas know how to get into the pantry and make bowls of cereal and shit? Like, he's supposed to be
Yeah,
the,
but
new,
you
the
used up
Manhattan
my,
rats,
used up
bro.
my milk.
These niggas using the.
They're
Opening the thing
stacking
like
on
this.
top of each other, making rat ladders, getting in this jump. They did
Oh,
not know
fuck.
how to do this
They know how to do this
a
shit
week
before.
ago.
Where the fuck these came from? The Amish rats? These niggas making tools and shit?
What the fuck?
fuck is going on here?
Oh,
No, that shit's dope though.
That is
All
cool.
the studies are kind of cool. I'm trying to think of the last one I saw that was pretty interesting. Oh, about crows, my nigga. If you did something bad to a crow, that shit remembers you, and it tells all his family to remember you forever. So they had this. They had
I
this.
think I heard something.
They had
Is there a
study
story
about
about a
this
little
shit.
kid where they wanted people to stop picking on him?
Maybe it's they did a scientific study about it where they had this scientists who specifically were dicks to these group of crows,
Nice.
and then they would leave the thing, and then they let the crows, and the crows would always in the group, giant group, they'd always come and bark at these niggas. It's like, then they leave, and then through time, more crows would show up, but they would be barking at these niggas at their house and shit. They'd be like,
Oh
like
my
going
God,
after
follow
you,
his
yeah,
ass
like
home.
following you around, yeah.
they'd be like, how the fuck? And they'd be like, every crow.
I've heard about
It's just
that.
like one crow tells every crow, like, hey, this guy, hey, fuck this guy. Tell your kids.
They're just flying.
Daddy,
Oh,
why?
I gotta stop.
Don't
man.
worry
I
why.
gotta go yell at somebody
Fuck
quick.
this guy.
I
Tell
don't
your
even know
kids.
why. I
And
just
their
gotta
kids
yell
be
at
like, kids, before you go out, just remember one thing. Fuck this guy. And then enjoy your day. That's
for the rest of your
very,
life.
very crazy with them, bro. The
They're,
crows.
they're really smart, though. They're a lot smarter
smart
than that.
too. Very
That's
smart.
probably like a little bit of how smart they are.
They be doing the thing. You saw the test with the water. Motherfucking crow saw something like this. Water was all the way down here. Put his beak in, can't reach it. Goes find some rocks, drops it in till the water goes all the way up. Then it drinks it. I was like, these niggas are fucking
They're
smart.
not stupid. Or they're not stupid.
Food
Food and water, man. I bet you that's what that instinct is all about.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a lot of other thoughts other than food and water. You know what I mean?
And when that's the the drive, you try to get that
animal
better and
instinct.
better. They got the orangutans that use spears now to catch fish,
I've seen that.
just because they
I think
see.
you mean the big guys? They're the really big ones, right?
orange
guys,
joints,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. They
But
have
they're
like
like,
really long arms and a long face.
I guess those guys move very slow. It might be like a version
Nah,
of
they
them.
can go
kinda.
fast.
They could go fast. Yeah. Then
Yeah.
these niggas is like
They run funny.
They hanging out the tree on the river like this, poking fucking fish with handmade spears that they making. Come on, son.
Orangutan.
They're in the Stone Age or whatever.
I bet you there are native people that live there that do that. That's how
that
that
they
monkey
learned
lives.
it from.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
might be.
saying?
I bet you that, and then kept it going. Like kid would see the parent hitting something off of a rock, and it turns into
Now,
a spear.
is that like natural evolution? If they never saw a family do that shit, would they automatically think? You know what I'm saying? Because then that's
there's no saying that they would never have figured it out. You know what I mean? They could figure it out,
I think
inherently
it's just done.
only that species in that area do that though. It's like it's not like they all done figured it out. You know, it's like
man. One
very
cat,
weird.
only one cat got
No, just that one. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he just shows
And if they
his
see it-
people,
everybody
that's
else.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when again, they don't have other ways to communicate. So it's like, Chris is smacking his stick off a rock, and then I watch him, and he goes into the water and fucking stabs the water. I might not even know what's in the water that the other one's stabbing into at first.
Till the fish
But like,
come out.
I think it comes. I don't think it comes down to just having it that into the instinct. I think instincts are learned from things like that faster because it gets them what they want. Does that make sense?
Survival instincts.
Like
sure.
it's about like
even like seeing what seeing
watching
what
them.
someone's doing, and then you're breaking that shit down as another creature, and being like, yo, wait a minute, that motherfucker just broke the shell and got food
yeah.
with a rock.
Don't fucking sea otters do
Huh.
that shit?
Dude, there's fish that do that shit.
Other fish?
Yeah, there's a little fish that cracks some shit. He, like takes it in his mouth and he cracks it on something, tries to get.
Does it have like a beak kind of thing going on?
Kind of, but it doesn't use it. It's just like I'm trying to think how it cracks it. It's like a weird ass trick that it does just to crack open things that eat stuff.
What the fuck you looking at? I don't like how he's looking at me right now. You like how he's looking at us right now?
We gotta tally out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
So now it's coming home now.
All right, let's tag this shit up. I think we talked about everything, anyways. Thank God we only had 2 topics.
Well, whatever. We could like extend it or whatever.
Shoot, that's all good, bro. We was off for like a few weeks.
Hey yo, you know, let's just say, of course, thank you to the most incredible, the unstoppable. Oh man,
Don't hurt yourself.
This is gonna be a long one right here.
the uncomparable, most desirable. Did I say unstoppable?
Yeah, probably. I don't remember though. You're describing us probably.
Unsinkable.
Avoidable.
Avoidable, attainable. Water leak.